I'm starting.
New York City, 1948. Home of Tiffany, the Empire State Building, the Ritz, and most importantly, the Statue of Liberty.
Welcome to New York.
New York. Yeah. New York City, top of the world. My beat, my universe. And at the center of that universe, jazz, liquor,
Corruption. Lust. Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me?
It was the 3rd of July, 1948, and it was hot. Hot in New York. As I walked down Broadway towards my city office building, I went through the revolving doors and into the elevator. Morning, 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 morning.
Have a nice day.
As I entered my somewhat dilapidated functional office, bang. The first thing I did was greet the new secretary, who I hired only yesterday. Madge. Good morning, Madge.
Good morning, Mr. Hunter.
For those of you who don't know, Harry Hunter, private detective.
Oh, and by the way, a rather tacky-looking woman with lots of flashing jewelry waiting in your office. She says her name is Mrs. Edward Sloane.
Mrs. Edward Sloane. That sounded familiar. Thank you, Madge, I said, as I left her banging away on the typewriter.
That's not the only thing I'd like to bang.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Do you remember me?
I realized Mrs. Edward Robert Sloane had originally been Pauline McGuire, former trapeze artist for the Brinley Bunn Family Circus.
Da 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 da.
But now she lucked out and married one of the most supposedly richest men in all of New York.
Oh, Mr. Hunter, you have to help me. My husband's vanished. He's been missing for days. Please say that you'll get on my face. I mean, take my case. I'll make sure that you're rewarded very handsomely.
Boing! I could tell that she would. So we got to work straight away. Mrs. Sloane told me that Mr. Sloane normally went to the East Side Gentlemen's Club to use the athletics facilities there. He normally went at 6 o'clock.
Hit it, boys.
I went up to the owner, whose nickname was Pex.
How you doing?
I was doing well. I asked Pex when he had last seen Mr. Sloane.
Well, at 6 o'clock. I met Mrs. Sloane at the front doors of the Empire State Building, the tallest building in New York. I made a wager with Mrs. Sloane to get to the top of the Empire State Building by the stairs. He took me on. So at 6 o'clock, we did it. We set off. We got to the 27th story. Then we got to the 56th story. Then we got to the top. Congratulations, Mr. Sloane. You made it to the top. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Sloane, about that $1,000 to start my own gym. By the time I turned around, he'd vanished. I couldn't find him anywhere, except for this.
An order for an emerald cut diamond solitaire ring with how much?
Emeralds. Rubies. Diamonds. Diamonds. Diamonds.
Welcome to the top floor of Tiffany's. Location's the most prestigious, sought after, and ridiculously defense of jury on the plan.
Yeah!
I spoke to Mr. Sloane at 8 o'clock this evening when he came to the top floor to collect up the ring at the shoulder. Thank you. Going on, of all of the rings in the Tiffany's collection, this ring was the ultimate in price and style. And as I was asking for the final payment upon delivery of the ring, I turned around, but he had vanished, leaving only a coaster on which was written in gold writing and Boston purple velvet, top of the town cocktail bar. At the Ritz, the most prestigious drinking hall in all of New York, with the city's most renowned and reputable bartender, Giuseppe Guidala. Famous for his cocktails, which induce
Imperishable romance! Celebratory flamboyance!
Raging libido and most profoundly haunting melancholy.
Mr. Sloane is one of my top customers. Luncheons, happy hours, discreet dinners, romantic suppers. He came and ordered every last cocktail on the menu. And in addition, managed to rack up the highest bill in all of my clientele. He came to see me at 10 o'clock. And asked me to use every last alcoholic resource at my disposal to create the ultimate cocktail. I got to work and mixed an extraordinary concoction of
Vodka!
pineapple juice,
British gin!
and Courvoisier brandy. And mixed together delightfully sumptuous and mind-boggling creation. I served my crowd at tin. To my amazement, he downed it in one. Smacked his lips and demanded what I called it. I stood proudly before him and declared to be named the top. He just stood there and stared at me, then burst into one uncontrollable laughter. It was as if he couldn't stop. Someone heard my reaction and turned to the catch register for Mr. Sloane's record-breaking time. Ching, 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 ching! Requiring immediate payment. As I turned to give him the bill, he vanished, leaving no trace except a piece of cardboard in the shape of a crown.
He handed me the cardboard and I read an elegant birthday invitation. You are invited to celebrate the 50th birthday of my beloved Edward Robert Sloane at the Statue of Liberty Crown Theater on the 8th of July the 3rd. I looked at my watch, and without further ado, I made my way across Central Park, down here the subway. I leapt onto a ferry, and made my way to one of the attractions of New York, Statue of Liberty.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to the Statue of Liberty crowd.
Former star of stage and series, singing the lovely vocal tribute to her husband, Mr. Robert Sloane.
You're the top. You're the Tiffany diamond. You're the top. You're the hand I said. You're the Central Park and the spark that fuels my heart. You're the New York town, you're Guggenheim, you're modern art. But if baby I'm the bottom, but if baby I'm the bottom, but if baby I'm the bottom,
Give me some jazz fingers, boys. Yell on the top. As always, her act was greeted with tumultuous applause. Yet still goes slow. And suddenly, there was the sound of an elevator door opening. And in came the three gentlemen I met that afternoon. Mrs. Sloane, I'd like to meet three of your husband's closest friends. Alfred from Tiffany's, Giuseppe from the Ritz, and Pex from the gym.
oh, pleased to meet my husband's friends.
we found a note.
To meet us here.
On top of the Statue of Liberty.
At midnight.
I wish I could help.
So where do we go from here? Oh, look, a note.
It's a postcard of the Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge. Well, what are you waiting for? And so we took the ferry. We took the subway. We rode horses from Central Park. We ran through the side streets down to the river. We looked up at the remorseless steel still currently swaying in the harsh breeze of the morning.
Mr. Sloane!
Mr. Sloane!
Mr. Sloane!
Edward!
Mr. Sloane! And then we saw him. For a man who had been at the top all of his life, he was now looking for a completely different way to top himself. We each tried our own way to call him back.
We ran together to the top.
I always look forward to topping your cocktail.
You were always the top in fashion and style.
You always made me feel like I was the top.
Mr. Sloane, please come back.
Welcome back.
Mr.
New York City. Thousands of stories, thousands of lives, thousands of endings. And all of them sad.
How'd you feel?